Hi, you're watching Jackie and the Other Side of Beauty. Hi, you're watching Jackie and the Other Side of Beauty. If this is your first time here, welcome. And for my returning friends, it's always good to have you back. In today's video, we're going to do a little skincare, a little story time, and a little trash talking about these brands. So if you're here for it, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Hi, my loves. As I mentioned, we're going to do a little skincare, and we're going to incorporate that with a little story time and a little trash talk. Now, the story time, I really don't even like to think about, but here we go. Last night I did not take off my skincare, and you'll find out why in just a second, but I really didn't have much on. All I had was, my daytime skincare routine coupled with some sunscreen. And I just got out the shower now, so the sunscreen that I had on my body is gone, but I did not wash my face, and that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to take this towelette by Hill Country Fair. Y'all know I love these wipes for your face, and I'm just going to wipe my face. I really had a hard time, you guys. I didn't know whether to leave a post or, I really wanted to come on and talk to you guys, but I really didn't know how to tell you it in case I disappeared for a few days. But, yeah, I had an accident. Our donkeys kept getting out about 2 nights ago. They just kept getting out. My neighbor would round them up and take them back to the farm. And as soon as he got back home, they were out again. And we could not find out where they were or how they were getting out. Well, he went ahead and got them headed back, like the third, fourth time he got them headed back to my place. But it was like they could not find their way back in. So they went to this neighbor's house. And by that time, it was pitch black outside, and I'm sitting there trying to see if they're going to come back to my other neighbor's house so I could just take them home. Child, after it got pitch black, I was like, I'm over this. And I was texting my nephew and letting him know, but he couldn't come out because he was taking his daughter to volleyball practice. And so he said he would come out the next morning. Well, the next morning came, and the next day came, and we saw where the donkeys were because we got a message from our neighbor saying they're at Juan's house, and one of them is at Joe's house. And I was like, who is Juan and Joe? But I remember meeting Joe because he helped me round up Cooper once before. That was before I even had Zeke. But I didn't know who Juan was. And Juan wanted to buy Cooper. So I said, let me go get my children before this man tried to keep my my babies. So my nephew and I went over there to see where Zeke was. We took him home, but we couldn't get Cooper to come out because he was scared to go through the fence. My nephew had undone it and everything, put it down. But Cooper, he acted like he wanted to come out, but he was scared. Because we were, he's kind of scared, and I think he was scared because we were all there. So he backed up, and I tried to lure him back with food. But later on that evening, after we left, put the fence up, and we were decided to put Zeke back where he was, because then I asked Joe if he could just keep them for tomorrow. I said, can you and Juan just keep them for tomorrow so we can make sure they don't get out again tonight? And they said, yeah, absolutely. So we agreed to meet. My nephew and Joe agreed to meet at 10 the next morning to round them up, but we had to get the fence sticks, and my nephew noticed where the hole was. Okay, so what I have now, I'm going to go in now that I've used the wipe. I'm going to go in with my I already have the soap on here. And now I'm going to go on with my Origins Checks and Balances. This is the Frothy Face Wash. And just go ahead and scrub my face. And so we decided to put Zeke back over there just so we could be sure he would stay. And then the next morning, so I guess all this started happening on a Wednesday because I had lost track. So the next morning, we all agreed to meet there. We were going to get our donkeys and so on and so forth. And my nephew, he was out there and ready to work on the fence. He just wanted to do it himself. Sometimes he just needs that alone time. He's not really high strung, but he kind of keeps his feelings and emotions to himself. And when he just wants some alone time, we give him that time. I'm not as familiar with his personality as far as when he needs time to himself or whatever, as his sister is. She said he just needs some time, Auntie, leave him alone. So I said, okay. And I'm not as familiar. So when Jesse knew, I said, well, I'm going to call Joe. I texted him I was going to get Joe. And Jesse, he's like, Auntie, I know how to do this. I got this. I don't want him coming over here. He said, and Auntie, you really didn't have to come. He said, I just wanted to be alone. No disrespect, Auntie. And I was like, well, that's fine, Jesse. I said, I wish you would have told me that. I said, because my back was screaming and I could have stayed home on the heating pad. But here comes Joe and everything. And so Jesse just continues to fix the fence. I talked to Joe for a while and Joe goes on and leaves. And me and Joe go ahead and leave and go get the donkeys since Jesse had it. And I brought the donkeys home and fed them. Well, after that was all said and done, I knew my nephew, just wanted to do it himself and do his own thing. He had his earbuds in. He looked so cute in his overalls. I mean, Jesse is he's my boy. I love that boy to death. And he's 30-something years old, but I call him my boy. But he's always respectful. And I just love him. I do. And I asked him, I said, Jesse, I didn't even know you knew how, because I wanted him to know he was doing a good job. I said, I didn't even know you knew how to fix the fence. And he was like, Auntie, we used to come out here with Papa, which is my dad. And he said, me and Theo, which is my nephew's best friend. And he said, and Papa would show us how to fix the fence. And then he would make me and Theo do it. And so that's how we learned how to do the fence. And of course, how heart-touching is that for me? And so I said, okay. I said, well, I said, you're doing such a good job, Jesse. I said, I'm going to go ahead and leave so you can do your thing. Well, I was looking at Jesse when I was headed his way. And so later on, after I settled the animals and everything, I went back to tell him goodbye. And I was looking at him in his little overalls and stuff. And instead of looking down, I was looking at Jesse and I tripped over some fence that was laying down on the ground. Now, mind you, this is the same fence that when Joe was there, I grabbed his arm because he's an older guy. I said, Joe, watch out for this fence. He said, oh, okay. Joe leaves, no injuries. And here I go, tripping over the fence. And when I tell you, this is the worst fall I have ever had. And I've had plenty. I kind of said that I know how to fall and I don't understand people that fall and can't get up. I had sat on the edge of this tub and just started going back. And so I think you don't want to hit your head on that wall. So I shift my body and then I just slide down. Then I get out of the tub. So I have had so many falls. I was putting the code into the alarm and I started going back. And I was like, you don't want to hit your head. Okay, you're going to have to shift your body because you got that case of water right there. I have had so many falls, and I had so many falls at the farm, and I never get hurt. And I'm always like, and I mean, I hit the ground, but the ground is soft, and I'm just like, I wonder why I never get hurt. Well, that all changed yesterday. It all changed yesterday. See how soapy this is? This is why I love this cleanser. I love it. But so the same piece of fence I told Joe to watch out for is the same piece of fence I tripped over. And when I say I tripped over it, you guys, I tripped over it, didn't see it coming, and I hit the ground hard. And I hit it kind of like on this part of my arm and on the side. And oh, pain immediately shot through my body. I was like, oh my God, it hurts so bad. And that boy of mine, Jesse, is still at the fence, back to me doing his thing. And so I said, okay, you got to get up, you got to get up. And so I rolled up and I sat like Indian style. Then I tried to convince myself that, it doesn't hurt that bad. Child, it did. It did hurt that bad. So I started screaming for my nephew. And mind you, he fussed at me the day before and the day of, because I didn't have my cell phone on me. And I didn't have my cell phone yesterday because it was in my purse in the car, but I didn't have any pockets. Never thought about calling anyone on this watch. He asked me today, he said, Auntie, why didn't you could have called me on your watch? He said, can't you dial out on that? I was like, ow. I didn't even think about it, y'all. So I just started screaming for Jesse, and he couldn't hear me because he had the earbuds in. And we're gonna pause right here because I do have some items I want to talk about. So when I say talking trash about these brands, that means I'm giving you, these are my empties, and I just want to give you my opinions on them. I've emptied them out. And this is my LYS. This is my, it says Think Bright Glow Hydrate Serum. I love the packaging. I love the triangular shape and everything, but this would not be a repurchase for me. It was okay, but I didn't love it. I didn't love it because you guys know I like that real glassy look on my skin. I like it to look really hydrated. And this went in, but it just didn't give me the look that I wanted. And so it just seemed to, you put it on and it's kind of hydrating for the moment, and then it absorbs, and that's it. So yeah, this would not be a repurchase for me. This right here, the Confidence in a Cream Cleanser, I've emptied this. This is the one I just emptied, so that's why I purchased the this one, the Origins Checks and Balances. And I did like this. It lathered up just like this. Maybe not as much as this one, but it lathered up, and I loved it about it. And my skin felt really clean. I used this after I used my Clinique Take the Day Off balm. Then I went in with this, and I loved it. So that would be a repurchase for me. I have so many of these wipes in here. It's ridiculous. Because when I hold on to trash, apparently I hold on to it for days. And I'm going to grab one more out. And there may be, yep, there's some more. Now, look, there's another one. I use these a lot. So, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I got these from Walmart. They had them, was it Walmart or H-E-B? They had them in a case. And so I was like, oh yes. So I bought these. You already know this shows up in every one of my empties because I love these so much. I'm going to show you one more. I do want to show you my Essence mascara. This is the Essence Lash Princess. And this gives you the false lash effect. And this is empty. Definitely would repurchase this, and I have repurchased this a few times. I keep saying I'm going to show you one more. I have so many empties. I finally used up the e.l.f. Keep Your Balance toner. It has hyaluronic acid, aloe, and witch hazel, and I enjoyed using it, but this was 5 ounces So it lasted me a long time. I was ready to move on to another product. And so I would buy it again, but I probably, when I got tired of using it, would switch to something else because I don't believe toner actually goes bad. So yeah, I definitely would buy that again. And now back to the story. I don't even know where I left off. I don't know where I left off. Just gonna wet my face again and then rinse. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, rinse my face, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna dry my skin with the Armed Life face towels. I had these the last time. Remember I told you guys they did not smell good, but they're very absorbent. So I brought them again. Oh, I hope this video comes out good so I can upload it. Usually what I do is go in with my Clinique. And this is the Take the Day Off Balm. And this is the jumbo size. I've never bought this size before, but I love it. Like, I feel like I've been using this for quite a bit, or quite a while now, and I still got a long way to go. So I love this. And then after I use that, that's when I wash my skin again, or cleanse my skin again with the Origins Checks and Balances. Yes, it's good to have this back in my life. Now what I'll do, after I dry my skin off, I'll go in with this toner. And this is the Lancôme Comfort Lotion Rehydrating Comforting Toner. And I love this so much. This definitely is not stripping on your skin. It's like it says, it puts moisture in your skin. And it's very important to use toner because after you've gone in with the cleanser, you strip the oils, you strip everything out of your skin. So you will go in with a toner to bring your skin's pH balance back into this normal range. So it's not dehydrated, so your skin's not dehydrated or anything. So toner is very important. So I got these pads. I still have the Shiseido ones, but my jar right now is filled with these. So, and these are the ones that I picked up from Sephora. And definitely would purchase those again. But I will go in with the toner. And I really don't know which side. This side has the little ridges. And then this side is kind of like nothing, like a little bit of cotton. So I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter which side you use. But I go in with my toner and apply it to the skin. Okay, and back to my story. So I was on the ground. My nephew comes and sees me, and you know, he helps me get up off the ground because I couldn't get up. I couldn't put any weight on this arm. I couldn't put any weight on it at all. So he tries to help me get up from the front, standing in front of me, and we can't do it because I can't help him get me up because, you know, I couldn't use this arm. And so I said, Jesse, can you just pick me up from behind? I said, but don't touch my shoulder. And so I was scared. So he said, I can't do that, Auntie. He said, you're going to have to lean over on this side and I get you up. And I don't know how that worked, but it did. So we get up. He gets me up off the ground. And so we walk. He's done with what he's doing. So we walk out together. He talks to Zeke for a while. And then we walk out. And then I told him, I said, I'm going to go to the doctor. And so he says, just let me know what they say. And so I said, okay. So I leave, and I can't get into the doctor until 3. And the thing that was really weird is I called my doctor's office, and they had nothing until today. So I called the regular Scott and White, And I think Scott and White's all in Texas, all throughout Texas. So I called the just the main Scott and White that we used to go to, and they had an appointment for me at 3. And she's at come to find out today, I saw the urgent care doctor at Scott and White Clinic. But I was like, why wouldn't you look in the system and say, well, we don't have an opening at our clinic, but the other Scott and White has an opening for you today, so we can get you scheduled. Because they've done that before. They've looked all over Scott and White for me one time, and just to see if I can get an appointment. But they sure didn't offer it yesterday, and yesterday I needed it the most. Okay, so this is my pad after I toned. And then I told you guys in another video I would take. So this is the toner. This is okay. So this is the part of the pad that I use for toning. Now, if I had mascara on, I would flip the pad around and put this on there. This is by Lancôme as well. It's called Bifacial, and this is a double action eye makeup remover. Love this, and I already have another one under the cabinet. And I would just shake this out and then get my mascara and stuff off, and then I would flip it around again and then tone that area, because this is really a cleanser to get mascara off. So that way I'm not wasting pads. I tone, cleanse, and then flip it around again, and then just go under and tone again after I have gotten all the mascara off. So I'm done with this. So I also have in here the olive oil Hold and Shine Wrap Set Mousse. It's infused with coconut oil for restorative shine. And I use this mousse on my hair, my hairstyle that I've been wearing lately. I use this on there. I spray it down and wet it, and then I put this mousse on there, and it just makes it wavy and curly. So I just purchased another one of these. I also have this. This is the Bath and Body Works. This is the Winter Gentle and Clean Foaming Hand Soap. And that's the scent Winter. And I did like it. I don't really like foaming hand soaps. I really like, yeah, I like this. This smells good. I would buy that again. I do like the gel hand soaps, like the one that I'm using now. But I like this. This scent is good. And I just took a chance and bought it online. But the one I'm using now is a cream one. I bought several of these because I liked it so much. And it just so happens that I had some extra ones under the cabinet. And it's perfect for this time of the year. So this is the White Barn, and I like a lot of White Barn stuff. This is called Harvest Gathering, and it's a Creamy Luxe hand soap with essential oils. You can hardly find Creamy Luxe anymore. It's either gel or foam, and I don't like that. I like a cream, and this is a cream. And it smells so good. Like I said, I bought so many of these. All right, so after we leave the farm, I get to go to the doctor, and I tell her what happened. And so she says, let me see. I told her about my shoulder hurts. I said, but a lot of the pain is coming from this part. And so she says, okay. She said, let me see you raise your hand like this. And I said, I can't. And that's no lie. I still cannot. I cannot do this. And so she said, and my fingers were swollen on this hand too. So she said, can you move your fingers? And I was like, yes, I can move my fingers. And so she said, can you do this? And I can do this. And then she said, can you do your hand outward? And I can do it. Y'all can't even see it because it's only out like that much. But I can move it backwards, but y'all can't see how much either. But that's the extent of it. So she sent me in to have x-rays done. Y'all, I got so much trash. It would be so good to get rid of this. And what I'm going to do is I have another bag right here. And this is nothing. It's just trash for real. So I'm going to put the trash in this bag. And we can move fast now. So next I have the Kosas. I already have a backup of this one, so y'all know I love it. It is the Dream Beam Sunlit Comfy Smooth Sunscreen. And it's SPF 40. I love this. I have my Olay. Okay. Sorry, y'all fell. I have y'all propped up. I have my Olay, and this is the Fresh Outlast, and it has notes of accord and blackcurrant, and it also has vitamin B3 complex. And I also like this a lot. Okay. And so this I will repurchase. They have lots of ones. This one has B3. Some of them have other things, and I do have another one in the shower, and it's the giant one. So I'm going to be using that one for a while. But that I would repurchase. I have this, and I'm so sorry to see this go, you guys. So sad. I can't get the rest of it out. I even had it turned upside down. But this is the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip. And I have this in the shade Star-Crossed. This I've had forever. And when it comes out, it's been like dry as a bone. Oh, it's still good. It don't even have a bad odor. But once that doe foot doesn't go back in there, what can you do? And I have right here the lip bar. And this is called Straight Talk. I went ahead. I have this much pencil left, but it's dry. It's very dry. Y'all can't even see it. It's just dry as a bone. And I sharpened it down. It will not rejuvenate itself, so I'm just going to toss this out. Here I have the Tatcha, the Rice Wash. This is a soft cream cleanser. Love this too. Definitely will repurchase. I'm not sure if I'm going to purchase any more of the lip liners by the Lip Bar, because I have another one that's hard, kind of getting like that as well. Now this one I have is an eye cream, and I got this in one of my subscription boxes that I used to be subscribed to. This is called Balance Me, and it's a Wonder Eye Cream, and it says it's 99% natural. Even if I knew where to buy this, I probably would not repurchase it. It was just, yeah. This should not be in here. Nope, should not be in there. Oh, no wonder I had a second bag, because some of this is empties, and some of this is my stuff for my hair when I have braids. So, let me take my braiding stuff out. Right here, I have the Lancôme Fix It, Forget It. This is a setting spray, and I already repurchased this, so definitely would rebuy it. Here, I have the Oat Cleansing Balm by the Inky List. I got this with, if you spent so much money, you got a skincare bag full of goodies. And that's what this is, what came in that bag. And I had already bought this once before and told you guys I probably wouldn't repurchase it. To me, I do not like the formula of this. I mean, it cleanses my face, but I feel like I'm putting on Vaseline. And so I just don't like the texture of it. So I would not purchase that again. It's very affordable, but it's a no for me. Here I have Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez. And this is the Always an Optimist. It's the Pore Diffusing Primer. And I got this little mini one. And I do like this. I don't necessarily feel like I really need it. But I do like it. Okay, here I have the Peter Thomas Roth. This is the Water Drenched Hyaluronic Cloud Cream Hydrating Moisturizer. And I would repurchase this, and as a matter of fact, I'm using that right now. Okay, it was on my night table. So this is the moisturizer that I'm using right now. And this was the little mini. I like this. Now, what I found out is this is perfect for spring and summer because this is more or less one of those, it says water drench, and that's what it is. It's so lightweight. It's not a gel, but it's so lightweight, kind of like a lot of water infused. And you'll see when I put it on, but this would be perfect for the warm weather. Because I used to be, if you remember, if you're OG, you remember, I used to be a heavy cream girl. But now I've opened up. I've expanded my horizons. I do like the gel moisturizers now, but I really like them in the, like the warmer weather. This one I do like, even though it's ideal in the warmer weather, but I don't mind, wearing it right now since I grabbed it and opened it. This is the Laneige. This is the Water Bank Moisture Cream. And I used this up and loved it. Loved it, loved it. Now, back to my story. So, what she said that she was going to send me for x-rays. And then the lady brought me back. She told me the lady, when I got into x-rays, the lady had me sitting like this in a chair. And then she had this, the bed that you would lay down on. And she had this like thing sitting there. And she said, now put your elbow on this thing. And you're going to, sit in a chair and lean over and put your elbow in there. And I said, I cannot. I could not, you guys. I could not. Because it was such a far distance and I couldn't put any weight on here. And so she helped me to do it. First we did the stand-up x-rays, and then she helped me to do that one. And then she took me back to my doctor's office. Well, my doctor read the results and she said, there is a black mark that we see. She said, I'm not sure if it's broken or if you have a fracture. So she gave me some pain medicine. She asked me if I wanted a shot. The Toradol, I said absolutely, because I've had that before. And I went home to continue to be in pain. Well, once the Toradol shot kicked in, I felt a lot better. I still don't have, and so to cut to the chase, I still do not have mobility. Last night it bothered me. I had to take my pills when I woke up, and I can't, and this is the thing that's weird, guys. I can't get in to see they were sending me to an orthopedic doctor who today I found out is the same doctor that I go to for my knees when I get my knee injections. So I was going to try to play that card and see if he could see me today. I said, doesn't make sense. Well, the guy that read my records, he was telling me that they could see me on Monday. But it wasn't in city, it was out of the city. And it would only take me probably about 20-25 minutes to get there. But I don't want to go up there when I could just go here up this, not too far from where I live. And so they said, well, I will call. I said, and I told the lady specifically I wanted to be in town when I saw the orthopedic doctor. So I said, I don't know why they, sent me out of town. And I have the Clinique eye cream. This is called All About Eyes. It reduces circles and puffs. It didn't reduce my puffs, but it is a rich eye cream that I love. And I have the e.l.f. Stay All Night Micro Fine Setting Mist. And I already used this up and I already have a backup. Oh, and right here we have the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Right here, this was a mini. Now I have purchased the full size. This is just my asthma inhaler. I'm going to show it all to you. And this is a smaller Clinique Take the Day Off. This was a little mini size. I'm going to go ahead and put on my serum. And you guys, I hope you don't mind this video. You know, I know some people aren't into empties, but I just wanted to do a video that doesn't require me to have to edit so much or, you know, put makeup on. I tried that today, and I cannot put, I'm right-handed, and I cannot put foundation on with the, I just had a hard time. So I was just like, I'm not going to do it. So this is where I am with my Danessa Myricks. This is the Moisture Repair Balm Serum. Now this serum is how I like my serums. Does come with a little spatula. Now after I empty this one, there's so many things I want to use, so I'm not sure if I'm going to go right back into this one, even though the season would probably dictate that I do, but we'll see. Now you're supposed to take a dime's worth, and I take like this much, and I put it in my hand. That's why this has lasted so long, because you don't need that much. Put my spatula back, and then you rub your hands together, because it does have like a gritty consistency. But I don't know, the odor that I've been using this for a few months now, and I don't feel as much grit as I used to. So what I do is press it into the skin, and like I said, I cannot raise my arms, so I have to lower my face down. And this is what I like. Y'all see how well hydrated, how glassy my skin looks, how luminous. This is what I like in a serum. I like my skin to look like this. I don't like my skin to look like I didn't put anything on there. And I do like the smell of this. It's not fragrant, but I just think it has a nice scent. And what I do is I normally don't go right in with a moisturizer. I like to let the serum sit. I'm seeing these gray flowers, and I keep thinking there's something on my screen. That's why I keep looking at them, but it's not. Okay, now we also have the Ban Powder Fresh Invisible Color deodorant. I get this one every time. I like the Powder Fresh scent. And I do have one of my Danessa Myricks that I've already emptied. This is the Blurring Balm Powder, and this is in the shade Universal. And I emptied it and have forgotten about it. And what is this? Oh, CoverGirl Eyebrow Pencil. Would not repurchase this again. Really didn't care for it. This is in the shade Rich Brown. It's not as creamy as I like. I don't like the brows to be so creamy that they'll just wipe off. But I don't want it to be so like scrapey, for lack of a better word, on my brows. I do have right here the Tatcha Matcha Cleanser. I don't think I really like this one as much. Not as much as I did the rice wash. So would not repurchase this again. Oh, and here is my CoverGirl. This is the Ultra Longwear no, not CoverGirl. This is my Laura Mercier. This is the Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer. Yeah, Laura Mercier. I'm not finished with this, but I was almost done with it. But it went bad, so that's why I tossed that out. Oh, and oh, this is the other lip bar lip liner. Now this one is called Straight No Chaser. dried up on me as well. So and I swatched it. You put right here after several strokes. And I always had the tops on them. So I don't know. Maybe you just can't hang on to them forever and a day. Oh, I have my Gucci. This is Gucci Bloom perfume. And you probably can't see the writing on this. But I used this one up. I'm just going through this bag to make sure I don't have any other products in here. Oh, and this is my Melt brow pencil. This is called the Perfectionist Brow. And I had this one in dark brown. Again, this is by Melt Cosmetics. I enjoyed that pencil. I would repurchase it again. And right here I have a serum. This is the Advanced Night Repair by Estee Lauder. I just wanted to try it, and I did like this. And the last thing in here is my Cabral by Benefit. Yeah, this went ahead and went hard on me. So we're getting rid of this. And then I have another Hill Country Fair makeup remover towelette. Have one more of these. And oh, you guys, I think I'm done. I do. I think I am done. Yes. That's it. Other than... Oh, I already showed you that. Oh, I thought I had like a whole lot more than this. But that's it, you guys. That's all of my trash. Some of it's on the floor. And some of it's in here. So anyway, you guys, to finish my story, I don't get to go to the orthopedic doctor until Monday. And that's what I don't get. Like, even if I went to emergency, they said they don't have any orthopedic doctors in emergency, so they would have to schedule me. They would have to contact my primary care physician and get me scheduled to an orthopedic doctor. And I'm saying I could have a broken arm because the doctor I saw sounded as if she didn't know. So, but one of the schedulers said that she wrote in there that I had a fractured shoulder. So what if my arm was broken? I would have to wait. Today is Friday. It happened Thursday. So I have to wait till Monday? That does not make any sense to me. And that's what angers me. Even when I never told you guys this story, that I thought I was having a heart attack at school. I was sitting at my desk. I don't even think I had eaten anything. And all of a sudden my chest started hurting. And I was like, and I think the only reason I thought I was having a heart attack is because I had already been to the heart doctor and I had to do that test to see how my heart was. So that's already in my mind. And then when I started having chest pains, I'm thinking I'm having a heart attack. And so I didn't know what to do. So I got up from my desk and I went to see our AP because she actually has had a heart attack. And I was like, I said, my chest hurts. I said, I feel like I'm having a heart attack. And she took such good care of me. We don't always get along. Honestly, we don't always get along, but she took such good care of me. She didn't let me out of her sight. She wanted to just keep eyes on me. And we went to the nurse and she said, well, I'll have to call the ambulance. And I didn't want to go by ambulance. I just did not want to go by ambulance. But when everything was going on and, you know, I sat for a minute, I started feeling like it was getting better. And so I said, but I'll still go to the doctor. And so I called my sister. She came up there and picked me up and we went to the emergency room. Now, when you go there for heart problems, child, they get you right on in. But if you have something broken, you gonna wait some days. It's just that befuddles me. I just don't understand why it's like that. I mean, I understand that maybe the emergency room doesn't. I don't know. I expect it to be like a hospital. Like if I have a break or something, emergency room looks at it. Then they say you need to go upstairs to see the cardiologist, and I could be seen there, and they know what's going on, and they could treat me. But not, well, you need to come back in 3 or 4 days, because that's as soon as we have for a not cardiologist, but that's as soon as we have for a, what's he called? The guy to check my arm. So I'm finding that I'm having that problem so often. So when I thought I was having a heart attack, I'm all over the place. I'm a little ADHD. So when I thought I was having a heart attack, it eased up, but I still went. But the doctor said that I was not having a heart attack. My heart was fine, but it was like GERD, like acid reflux. Well, that never entered my mind because I'm going to go ahead and put my moisturizer on. That didn't enter my mind because again, this is by Peter Thomas Roth. It's the Clinical Skincare Water Drenched Hyaluronic Cloud Cream Hydrating Moisturizer. And it says it has 30% hyaluronic acid. It's a 30% hyaluronic acid complex. And it says drench your skin with a liquid cloud of fluffy light moisture. And I can say that's true. That's what this feels like. So he said it was like acid reflux. And so for me, when something presents itself differently, I don't know what it is. And so I've had acid reflux before, but I had the burning of the throat where, it sits in your chest and churns up. I've had that kind of acid reflux. And if that's what I would have experienced, I would have known that's what it was. But I never had it. Well, I never remember having it where it presented itself like I was having a heart attack. But now that I'm thinking, I had it like that one time before, but it was a long time ago. And so, of course, like I said, being that I had gone to the heart doctor, that was just the first thing on my mind. But, so now I have to go and have the scope put down my throat. And that won't be until December. And when I felt like I was having a heart attack, I think that was in July. Okay, so I have to wait it was in July or August, and I have to wait till December in order to get that test run. So it's like I don't know if nobody's in the field anymore, or there's so many people here in Texas now that you got to wait for everything. But me not liking it. Not at all. I have the Aldriness. This is the Triple Algae Eye Renewal Balm. And this is my eye cream. Again, I can't raise my arm. So I will keep you guys posted, but I did want to put another video out, and this will probably go up Saturday, just to be able to keep my content going. And after that, I really thought about going live with my favorites, because I am not going to be editing, because I can't spend a lot of time editing because it hurts this arm, and that was even without the fall. And lastly, we're going to put on my Laneige. This is the it says Sleeping Care Lip Sleeping Mask. I do like the consistency of this, and I do like this on my lips. So would I repurchase it? Yeah. but I would not repurchase it thinking it was going to fix if my lips are chapped or anything. I wouldn't purchase it thinking that it was going to do anything to, heal my lips. Okay. So that's it, you guys. I thought I really had more empties. I'll probably find some when I end the video, but that is it. What, baby? Oh, okay. My baby boy, Lucky, wanted me to let you all know that he has some empties too. He has this Optics Care Eye Lube Plus. My baby has dry eyes, and so he has to use this. And I will get every last drop out of a product. He also has this Gentle Tears, and this is the nighttime ointment for severe dryness. And he has this, so he wanted y'all to know that he has empties too. Okay, so that concludes today's video. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing to my channel, giving the video a thumbs up, and ringing the notification bell. It just helps you know each and every time that I upload a video. And with that said, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, my friends, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.